Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is April and this week I'm taking you behind the scenes of the set of Mulan. This has been a secret I've been keeping for almost 2 years now when Disney reached out to me and flew me out to New Zealand where the movie was filmed. So I hope you guys enjoy, follow along as we learn some cool fighting moves, chat with the producers, visit some of the coolest sets, and you guys already know this is going to be my favorite part, touring of the costume department. Also, Mulan herself might even make an appearance along with a few more characters from the movie. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, today is the day that I get to visit the movie set. We are heading to the stunt set. That's the first thing we're gonna do this morning. I think I should put some sunblock on my...
Doing some Tai Chi.
Oh my gosh! Oh! Here is the group of creators I got to experience this with, and the first thing on our agenda is meeting up with Cherry, who is an expert in Tai Chi and choreographs the fighting you'll see in Mulan. Demonstrating with her is Jimmy Wong, who plays Ling. He spent the whole day touring with us around the set. And now it's my turn to try it out. I honestly thought I was going to look so cool, but it was a lot harder than it looks. Next up is the art concept room, and inside this room are miniature size models of each set they had to build. And all over the walls are visuals of the storyline. This is Jason Reed, one of the producers. We got to do a Q&A with him, and he gave us all the inside scoop behind the film.
So what we did is we actually split Li Shang into two characters. So we created Commander Tong as her commanding officer, played by Donnie Yen, who's awesome. And their relationship is about mentorship and how he helps Mulan come to fulfill her destiny and understand her true power and really sort of fully actualize herself. And that's that relationship. And then we create a character, Hong Wei, who is one of her fellow recruits. And that is where he's sort of the standout recruit, or certainly he thinks he's a standout recruit, and Mulan sort of keeps doing things a little better than him, so they're like in competition, but he's, at the same time, he's like, wait, but like, we should hang out. Like, we're gonna be best buddies, and she's got this secret.
We went and visited these Toulouse environments down in the sort of southeastern side of China, sort of inland from Taiwan. It's where they're situated. Really beautiful. They're sort of made as defensive forts in a way. So they've only got one door in and out.
Let's just compare the size for now. And now let's go visit the full-size set of the Toulouse.
Communal living, but defensive as well. So there's only one door in and out of here which they can close off to guard against bandits and things like that. There's a shrine on the opposite side, usually the northern side of these structures. The Hua household is the middle two segments in our film. In practice, way back, it probably would have been one segment for one family, but you know, we needed the space to be able to spread out inside the studio. So the inside of there was shot on the stage.
After Grant gave us a rundown of the Toulouse and where everything was located, we got to climb up and down the stairs and explore the entire structure on our own. TBH, this was really scary for me because this was the year I broke my foot, so every step I took, I had to be super cautious. The next set we're visiting is the Palace Throne Room.
Okay, so we're standing inside the palace throne room, of course, where the emperor would be. You can imagine back then there was a very strict hierarchy of, culture back then. Of course, this is the very pinnacle of that. People were not allowed to look at him. They weren't allowed to, when they spoke, they weren't allowed to look at him, especially when they had these little things that they put over their mouths so that he couldn't see their mouths talking, things like that. There's lots of little subtleties about this which we'll be bringing to life in here.
We got to sit on the throne where Jet Li sits on in the movie. I don't think they filmed the ending celebration that happens here yet, so we had to be super careful with every step we took. After the palace throne room, we visited one of the action sequences set that take place at the end of the movie when the emperor gets kidnapped.
There's a fight sequence that happens all the way around the bamboo, including this beam that's on the motion base here. But this is the top part of two sets, so the bottom part of this we'll see after this. This is a piece of a new palace construction that's being made at the moment.
And here outside is the top half. It's going to be so cool seeing everything come together in the finished movie. Alright, this is the moment I've been waiting for, costumes! I'm gonna give you guys behind the scenes of the costumes in the Mulan live action. This is the costume designer Bina, and the first costume she is showing us here is Mulan's warrior outfit.
Most of the film she is in this costume. She in a battle then, after a big battle she loses half part, and that give us the chance that we see more her female body.
Bina shared with us that the armor is very challenging to create because the material is extremely heavy, and at the same time it needs to be created to allow movement but look unique at the same time. All the designs are based from the Tang dynasty, but perks of being the designer is that you're able to add your own style to it as well.
For example, this is all hand embroidered by women here in New Zealand. Because with the gold you can't do it with machine, so you really have to do it by hand. Like this ones, each one I have double. Wow. But in total, I don't know, but I don't know. I think we made like 1,000 costumes.
Here are some of the imperial ladies' costumes. A lot of vintage and old fabrics were sourced to create these looks. That means the designer had to travel all over the world for months to gather them before she could even start production.
And it's all again, this is hand embroidered. This came from an embroidery in England. And of course also the undergarments have embroidery on. And the shoes, everything, it's like very detailed. So that if she moves, suddenly you always see something interesting. And this is the matchmaker outfit. That is like the fun part. Well, the wig is missing because she wears an enormous wig and pins.
It literally takes a village to pull these costumes off. There's a board of supervisors, coordinators, hat makers, pattern makers, and stitchers, and there's a dyeing and props department as well. These are some of the weapons from the movie. This is Mulan's hero sword at its regular size. And this is the same sword blown up 200%. It's how they capture her reflection on the sword and other close-up shots. There's a lot of variations of their weapons. One will have a soft tip for safety purposes, and one will have a sharp tip for when they need detail shots. These next moments were a huge surprise to us all. Mulan, who is played by Yifei Liu, paid us a quick visit, and we each got individual photos taken with her. Next, we met Jason Scott Lee, who plays the villain, originally known as Shan Yu, but his name was changed to Boricon to make it more accurate to the timeline. Such a cool guy, plus we got to see him in action, jumping off a building. To end our day on set, we took professional photos with Mulan's sword. Shout out to Jimmy Wong for teaching us the coolest poses. Later on that day, I got in contact with actor Duo Mo, who plays Chin Po, and Eric and I got to get dinner with him and his sisters. Duo is a Hmong American like me and Eric, so we are super proud to see him do big things and chase his dreams.
We're pretty much 6 of the Hmong people in New Zealand right now.
Right there. There they are.
More like 5.
Yeah. He even shared with us that he had the costume department personalize his costume.
So because Hmong people are minority groups in China, I personally asked the costume designer to add a little Hmong element to my costume.
So be on the lookout for that. You added it here, right?
Yeah.
On the collar. And to Duo, if you're watching this, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us on such short notice. We are rooting for you and can't wait to see you on the big screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much to Disney for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Mulan comes out on March 27th, so go watch it in theaters to see everything from this video come to life. See you guys next time. Bye!